Tanks in WW1. The first ever tank in war. When World War I began in 1914, it was expected to be a quick war, a war of movement and fast victories. But instead it became a brutal stalemate. For years, both sides dug deep trenches stretching for hundreds of miles across Europe. Soldiers lived and died in mud-filled holes, while machine guns and barbed wire made every attack almost impossible. Thousands were killed just to gain a few yards of land. The world needed something new. Something that could break through the trenches and protect soldiers from deadly gunfire. That something was the tank. The birth of a new weapon. The idea for an armored fighting vehicle first came from the British in 1915. They wanted a machine that could move across no man's land, cross trenches, crush barbed wire, and survive heavy enemy fire. To keep the project secret, they called it a water tank, pretending they were making containers for transporting water. That's how the name tank stuck forever. A team of engineers, soldiers, and inventors worked in secrecy to build this new weapon. The first prototype, nicknamed Little Willie, was completed in September 1915. It looked awkward, a large metal box on caterpillar tracks, and it was very slow, moving at only 3 miles per hour. But it proved that the idea could work. Soon after, a better model was designed. Big Willie or Mother. It had thicker armor, longer tracks, and mounted machine guns and cannons. This was the design that would soon make history. The first time tanks went to war. On September 15, 1916, during the Battle of the Somme, tanks were used for the first time in history. The British sent 49 tanks into battle. But because the machines were so new and untested, many broke down before reaching the front lines. Only about 32 actually made it into combat. Still, the effect was incredible. When German soldiers first saw these huge, noisy metal monsters crawling over the battlefield, crushing barbed wire and rolling over trenches, they were shocked and terrified. Machine gun bullets simply bounced off their armor. For the first time, the stalemate of trench warfare seemed breakable. Although the tanks were slow and unreliable, they gave the Allies a powerful psychological advantage. They had introduced a completely new kind of warfare. Improvement and evolution. By 1917, tanks had improved. They were redesigned to be faster, more reliable, and better armed. The British Mark IV tank became one of the most famous. Other nations soon began developing their own versions. France created the Renault FT, a small, mobile tank with a rotating turret. This design became the model for future tanks. In 1917 at the Battle of Cambrai, tanks were used in large numbers for the first time.